Yeah.
I'm gonna be safe and soon.
Right. Yeah, it's amazing.
You tell me when we're on. Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good
I will call the meeting to order. Could we have a roll call, please?
James Clay.
Here.
Mark Porter.
Here.
Phyllis Marino. Here. Elisa Buda. Here. Greg Broom.
Here.
Okay, we have a fill-in for the mayor. Welcome. We have a guest solicitor, Chris Elko. Nice to see you, Chris.
Thank you.
Glad you took off the jacket. As you can see, it's a little more of a casual.
I should have asked.
Yeah. Brian, I think Brian's playing a prank on you. Okay, so first up, we have approval of the minutes from the Planning Commission meeting of October 10th. Any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion approved?
I move.
So-
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
James Clay.
Yes.
Mark Porter.
Yes.
Phyllis Marino.
Yes.
Elisa Buda.
Yes.
Greg Broom.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. As always, the minutes were perfect.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 1, PC case number 24-16, Police Chief Mike Rizzo. Applicant on behalf of the Village of South Russell seeking approval to have an accessory structure built to accommodate a drone vehicle at the police department located at 1228 Bell Road. And I think we were all forced to take a tour of the drone vehicle on the way in.
Yes.
So, Chief, if you, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. So we were the fortunate recipients of a couple of donations. Nick DeVita is the current commander of the team, and we have family members, hi Nick, who are owners of a bunch of car dealerships down south. And they heard that we were in need of a vehicle as we were running the UAS team out of our personal vehicles. So we received a donation last year to purchase the vehicle that you saw outside in the parking lot. And this year, she gave us another donation to build a garage for it. She would like to see the investment protected, and so would we. We figured we would get at least, a few more years of life out of the vehicle if it wasn't sitting outside. And on top of that, with the equipment that we have inside, we have to maintain the temperature inside the vehicle. We have a cord kind of attached to the station where we've got the heating and air conditioning units running continuously to try to keep temperature, to keep the batteries and everything at room temperature. So we are basically looking to get approval for this structure, and that's why we're here in front of you tonight.
Ruth, it's my understanding this went before the zoning board for variance last night, and that was
Yes, it did.
approved?
Yes.
Okay, and then what about ABR?
Next.
That's next,
After
after
this.
this? Okay. We're a lot nicer than them.
That's good to hear.
Okay, does anybody have any questions?
Is it gonna be heated and cooled?
Yes, so we'll have a mini split unit in there, so it'll be heat and air.
And then how far from the actual building are you gonna be?
20 feet.
Okay,
So it'll be 20 feet from the existing building. It would line up with the, is it how it would line up with the western, the site plan?
yeah.
This is the site plan here, Mike.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna line up with the western edge of the building.
Okay,
Okay.
So it's 20 feet from the building, 20 feet wide.
so you're gonna have to go outside to access it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It's gonna have a man door and the 12-foot door to accommodate the vehicle.
So it's behind this building?
No, not this one, the police department building.
Oh, down there?
Yeah.
And we can see it when we have like the farmer's market, we'll be able to.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it'll be alongside of the driveway where it sits right now, it'll be alongside the main driveway.
Oh, where it's kind of.
Kind of where it's parked?
Yes,
Okay. And what's your timeline on this?
yesterday.
Soon as the snow
We'll
melts,
be
right?
around soon.
Has it been bid out or is it under the bid? Is it-
We're waiting for the approval process here and at ABR. So once we're finished with that, we were hoping, Dave, I think we can go out to bid
Yep.
soon after that.
Soon as we get it.
So if we get, maybe by December, end of December, we're hoping to get the bids out and break ground as soon as possible.
It's a good winter project for
Yeah.
somebody.
Is there room for anything else in the building?
So yeah, we'll have some storage in there. We intend on putting some work benches in there to, take the equipment out, work on the equipment, storage shelves. I don't know if we're gonna have any overhead space. I'm not sure if we have any access to the overhead space. But we have enough room to get the vehicle inside and open all of the doors to the vehicle and be able to maneuver around it. So it's not just going to squeeze the truck, and lots of room to work.
Okay, good. So extra storage too, because I know your space is at a premium over there.
Yeah, well, there is another potential plan in the future if for some reason we have to get another donation. We may look to connect the two buildings, and at that point, maybe we would get a classroom, a training room, and restroom facilities.
Oh, okay.
So that we can kind of get rid of the existing restroom facilities in there and kind of make that the hallway to access the training room and new restroom facilities. But that would be in the event we get another donation.
So you
Yeah.
guys are kind of leading the way with the drones, right?
Yeah, you want to talk about the mission we had with the Secret Service recently?
Yeah, we did a mission with the Secret Service at Twin Hopkins Airport. We were requested by them specifically, and we went there and we had, it was Governor Walz and the Vice President was supposed to come in for they were having a speech at the convention center. And we did all the overwatch for them as they, the plane flew in. Usually you're never allowed in the airspace at the airport. And they knew what our capabilities were, and they were stunned by what we had and what we can do. And they were just so thrilled and pleased that they want to train with us. The Secret Service has asked if they could train with us and you possibly use us more because of the capabilities we have of the streaming service and being able to just send out the feed to everyone.
So we have a Starlink satellite system in the truck, so we can put a Starlink satellite anywhere we get instant streaming, high speed. And we can, if let's say you're the chief of a police department on the west side that we're doing a mission for, we can send you a QR code or send you a link, and you can actually see the stream right from your phone or your iPad. We're able to do that with almost any computer system, laptop. I think you may have experienced that once.
Yeah, I know
I think we had a situation where we actually had to send you the link for an event that we were doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's phenomenal service. The satellite system works great. We are also paged out anytime our SWAT team goes out. So when our SWAT team gets deployed, we have a team that goes with them, and we can actually fly a small indoor drone into a building before they actually make entry to ensure it's safe.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those, and that was a big, barricaded, and be able to send the drone and see, the guy's armed, is he armed, what's going on, and.
We were also at the standoff where the Euclid officer was killed, and we provided some intel to them. We actually flew our drone inside the window, and the suspect actually batted it down, but the camera was still on, and we were still hearing audio, so we actually were able to provide them continuing intelligence until the situation ended.
Yeah, that's great.
Great capabilities, yeah.
Okay.
So let's protect the investment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can't have that thing sitting outside all winter.
But does the Secret Service provide a donation if you,
Never know.
They're kind of working on cutting costs over there.
Oh, yes.
yeah, that's true.
Anybody else have any questions, or?
Oh, I think it's great.
I move to approve.
Good.
Second.
Got it.
We beat you to it. Okay, there's been a motion, a second. Any further discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
James Blake.
Yes.
Mark Porter.
Yes.
Phyllis Marino.
Yes.
Elisa Budak.
Yes.
Greg Brown.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks so much, both of you. Thanks,
Thank you
Nick.
all.
Thanks, Chief. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It was awesome.
Thanks, Chief.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Take care.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
We're step closer.
Okay. So, next up, agenda item number 2, PC case number 24-17. Mr. Steve Ciceretto, applicant on behalf of the property located at 539 East Washington, owned by RTB Partners Limited, is seeking approval for the construction of 2 additions to the commercial property. And you're Mr. Ciceretto?
Hi, I'm Steve Ciceretto.
Steve.
These are just supplemental drawings, but the aerial kind of gives you a good perspective.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So this is just an aerial shot of the neighborhood that the building that, I know those colors aren't, we produced that great, but that the area in red is the 539 building. And the site plan that I put up there, that we submitted, I wanted to use the original site plan that, when we first developed Park Place office campus 38 years ago. I hate to admit that, but that was the original hand drawing that showed the layout, and the 3 buildings in the back were joined to the building, the 539 building, which is the one that has the red on it. That should indicate anything. Thanks. That's great. So the building with the red on it is the 539 building, and the Park Place buildings are behind. And then the adjacent parcel to the west is the Chagrin Valley Times building. That it's basically the entire property was integrated as one parcel. So all the crossing easements for ingress, egress, parking, even the sanitary sewer for the 5 buildings, sanitary lift station is all correct on original cross easements. So what we're proposing is on the 539 building is to add both the east and the west side of the building. We had to go for variances last night, but the odd thing about that is that our additions are actually further from the property line than the current building is. So that, in other words, there's a 58-foot front yard setback, but it's in the new zoning, it wasn't existing when this took place. It's 100 foot required, so we need it, but our additions are 64 feet, so they're actually further from the right of way. And the same thing for the eastern property line, a 10-foot setback, and I think it's required to be 15, but the addition would be beyond the 20 foot. So basically, they granted the variances for those setbacks because they were less restricted than the building already had. The parking numbers kind of worked out so that each building on their head, each building is accounted for. They're all office buildings. They're all the 1,300 square foot per parking space. So the 539 building, the one that were with the additions, required 26 spaces, 100, 200, 300. You can see the map there. 20 spaces for 100, 40 for the 200 building, the largest building that had 310,000 square feet. So when you added all the requirements up, it was 120 again. We have 120 spots on the site. So we're parking different services like that. And saying that, because I know that there's a lot of concern about parking involved with several of those parcels.
Not on your side of the street.
Yeah.
Everywhere in Chagrin.
Yeah.
And South Wilson.
I know those, I know those. So, but when the engineering firm, Garrett's office, moved out several years ago now, it really freed up a lot of parking, so we don't mind everybody to know that we have an abundance of parking, we go over parking a lot. But that's the reality of that situation, so
So how many square feet are you adding to this building?
it's just relatively small, it's 500 550 to 600 on both sides, so about 1,200 square feet altogether.
It's more of a reconfiguring, because
Yeah.
were those garages or something?
Yeah.
I went by there.
That's exactly right. So these are two houses, mirrored houses.
Yeah,
The garage is on the east and west side, and then in the, I think they told me in the late 50s or something, or 60s, they added that center call section, and that's the two-story section. And so right now, yeah, you can kind of see on the picture on the right, the building's set back from the street, from the Washington Street, they set back on the end. And so we're just reconfiguring them to have this reverse gable. I think it's a prettier lookable one, and I think it allows us to gingerbread it up with some cupolas and some details that I think will make it a little more attractive. It's hard to see the whole building once it's so wide, so long. So I couldn't even get a good shot of the trees and everything. So if we could get the sense of where we're coming in, and then we just straightened out some of the parking issues. There is some front yard parking all the way down really on Washington Street. There's front yard parking, which is probably not preferred, but it is what it is. All Fence has it. The Sugar Valley Times, they're all parking in front. So I just straightened that out with this red line, keeping the same amount of parking spaces, but making it a little easier to negotiate. I'm not sure how to get out of it. This tracking, but this is better than minor tweak to the front would be done also.
Are you tearing down or demolishing space when you do this?
Well,
Rebuilding it?
we just for energy efficiency, we want to use the foundation basically for the garages, but really the wall space, the walls will get reconfigured, but rebuilt. Just because the amount of limiting codes look for, 2x6 framing so that we can get proper insulation and things. But just always ironic, that you have one really energy efficient part of the building, and the rest of the building is not compliant to others. That's just a lot to.
So you're gonna completely redo
Yeah.
reconfigure the roof? Because
Yes.
you've got a gable going the other
Correct,
direction.
yeah, exactly. We'll have a reverse gable going back now. So it kind of terminates, I think it terminates the building on the ends a little nicer, if it has the reverse gable coming in. But it's still, that base of that is still behind the front canopy, let's say, that front entrance. That's why it's 58 foot from that element to the street, but 64 feet from ours.
Where are you procedurally? Is ARB already seen this or?
No, we received the variance. It's kind of it's a little bit of a catch-22 the way the codes are now, because technically the ARB wants to see full construction drawings, and so it doesn't make sense to really get into full construction drawings if you haven't gotten approval. In my mind, architects like it, but I don't think the owners like it. They have to pay for all these documents before the planning procedures are done. And so we would take this, develop the construction documents upon your approval, and then go to the architectural review board.
Okay.
We do have done a lot of work practice in South Russell, so I'm pretty confident in what they'd be looking for.
It's very symmetrical.
Yeah, it's.
Very Georgian, right? Is that the right term? Georgian?
Yes, it's
Neo-Georgian. Chagrin Valley, Georgia.
Right, exactly. Yeah, whenever we get into that, I always say, it's Western Reserve.
Yeah.
It's the Western
There you go.
That's kind of generous.
You always do a nice job, and it's funny. This is like one of those buildings you don't really notice, and it's kind of when I went around, it's kind of a Frankenstein building. You can tell when it was pieced together. And I absolutely love what you've done with the side. I mean, it's going to look so nice. I mean, such a huge improvement.
I think so too.
I'm really, I give credit to the owner, because for a pretty marginal square foot increase, they're improving the look of the building so dramatically. I mean,
I think that the hidden agenda there, Jim, is that, the accountants that had a very own and Jim, we were Owen Beaver, they were part of the original partnership that, Gary Owens. And Jim is the younger accountant who has to stay in the building. So what'll happen is, they can temporarily relocate. And I think there's so many little tenants in there that the goal is to have big tenant on each wing and then a tenant in the center. That second floor space is always hard to lease, because nobody wants to take stairs. But in the end, that would be the goal. So there probably would be less traffic really, because there'd be less, tenants, but that's the ultimate goal, and I think this should suit their needs. So if you're a realtor, not along with it.
Yeah, I this week, because of the impending weather, I took a half day off to do yard work, so I was in town during the day, which I'm normally not. So before I went up to Chardon around noon, I drove around all the part, I never get to drive around during the day. So I drove through here, then I went to our other favorite area across the way down Industrial Park. But with parking over here, I was actually shocked. I don't know what the occupancy or what's going. You're only at like 30% of the parking spaces being used. If that, it might be like a quarter.
It's
Is there not a lot of occupancy or just
we're full.
just have too much parking?
Yeah,
It's kind of
You
crazy.
don't say that.
Really, you do. Yeah, I know some guys who can lease it to.
Right. To be honest, and I don't know that it was really overrun by anybody, but when Alton's was really, we had a lot before COVID, Alton's was really overpacked, and they were using part of that eastern.
In the back there, yeah.
Yeah, and so.
Yeah, but that was empty when I went. There were
Yeah.
2 cars in it.
Yeah, mine and my wife's.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
We got all that protected. So yeah, it's a lot of parking and you never know when Dirk's office was in there, it wasn't more full.
Yeah.
We've never had a parking issue. And that's really been one of our selling points, that if you wanted to be near Chagrin Falls, which you didn't want those headaches, everybody, well, these are actually office condos. Most of them are owner occupied, but there are a few that are occupied by tenants, that they just did an investment on. It's been a successful venture, really.
Oh, yeah, it is very well done back there and very well maintained. I'm very happy that that's in our village, so. Anybody else have any other questions or comments or?
No.
Yeah, you always do a great job, but this is very nice,
Appreciate it.
very nice. Dave, any issues?
No,
or-
we're good. Everything complies with this variance and move forward.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Your agreement with it. ZBA's was last night.
Yes.
They've been making all the motions and second, so you guys want to get
I
on
move to
this?
approve. Second.
Okay,
Very good.
moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
James Blaze.
Yes.
Mark Porter.
Yes.
Phyllis Marino.
Yes.
Elisa Budoff.
Yes.
Greg Fruit.
Yes.
Okay,
Appreciate that.
thank you. Really nice job.
Really nice.
The only problem is.
Good luck with those architects.
Yeah. The only problem is we're done with enough that I might actually watch the Brown.
Yeah.
8:15, we can still have time to prepare.
Hurry up.
Yeah, it'll be over by then.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
So bad.
Just in the section.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Jeez, oh man. Okay, is anybody gonna mess this up? It's like our easiest meeting ever. Any old business? New business? I wanted to briefly mention, I know there's something floating around with, the down Industrial Parkway with we're trying to go through some records, maybe we missed an approval somewhere, and there's something floating around out there. But other than that, we don't have anything going on in December, do we? At this point?
I don't know about December, but we're going to, I don't know if you're aware, Paninis sold.
Yeah, I did hear
We're
that.
closed. What did? Paninis,
When did they close?
November 30th.
So,
So they're still.
yeah.
Next week.
Now, I was gonna ask about that. I heard the Tavern 6 people bought them,
That's correct.
Awesome.
which I don't know if any of you have ever been to Tavern. Tavern 6, it's in Kirtland. That
Yes.
place is awesome.
It's
Yeah,
good.
it is.
Good.
Very good.
But, why did we, like, what's the, I mean, I felt like it was, well, it wasn't struggling.
Something internal, Jim.
Oh, okay,
It was something internal.
okay.
January 6th got it. I'm still waiting for a call because we're gonna have to go in front of planning commission because we changed ownership. I don't know if he bought the business or the whole building. It's still up in the air. I put a call into him and he never responded back.
When do they think they're gonna open?
I understand, and don't hold me to it, that November 30th they're closing and it won't be till after the first of the year.
Okay. Boy, that's like prime time, December,
Yeah.
for restaurants.
I know.
Doesn't
It
make
was
any
very
sense.
happy.
I was gonna say, they have more traffic.
What about Lopez? Is he, he's still there, right?
Yeah, we had a talk with him today too, or not today, yesterday maybe. He's still contemplating going to Chagrin. He wants to have some private parties in his place, within the occupancy load limits.
Mhm.
But he's the one who told us about the parking that he paid.
Valet, he said he was paying $50,000 a year for valet.
Wow.
That doesn't seem right.
It
but-
doesn't seem right, but he
Seems high.
said his customers were not happy to go out for tacos and have to pay for valet. But he understands the need for it too, So that's why he thought private parties would be a good fit. And he said sometimes he closes now and has private parties. And they're never over 40 people, I think he said. So
Okay, well,
he's gonna change the name, add a number to the name or something.
Yeah.
To distinguish it from,
the one in town.
yeah,
He's buying the
So
Paris
good.
room too.
what's that?
He's buying the Paris room.
Is he really?
Is he?
That's
I didn't
what
hear that.
read. Yeah,
So he's gonna have 3 down
yeah.
there? Wow.
Giving
Jeez.
Shipley a run.
Busy guy.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of inclined to cancel the December meeting.
What's the date of the December meeting?
It's the 12th.
12th. Yeah, it's soon because we're,
Yeah, we should probably do that.
I mean, if some, Tavern 6 came back and said, hey, we wanna open for the December or something, we could schedule a special meeting or something. I wouldn't hold anybody up, but.
Yeah, I
When's
don't
our
think that's
next
gonna be the
one
case,
after
Jim. It's gonna be a little.
January,
I think they're gonna
The
gut the
second-
place.
second
The
Thursday, and, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, Mark, but I'm not sure. They got some renovation to do in there. They got their own ideas.
Oh, they're gonna redo it so you can charge them more?
From what I hear, yeah.
It's kind of a bummer because there's not a lot of places you can kind of take your kids and get a reasonably affordable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it hasn't burnt down.
Yeah.
Well,
Timber
Timber
Fire.
Fire used to be
Oh, yeah.
great for that.
That was a great place to
Yes.
go with family.
Mhm, that's right.
Absolutely.
Fire was wonderful.
Then it caught fire.
Till it burnt down.
Remember, we had Timber Fire, Firefly, and what was it?
Yeah,
Place of
Bellburn.
Bill's, Elburn.
Yeah, they all burned.
That was stretch.
Like, don't
And then the
forget-
guy wanted to open it in Flago, and Matt Brett's like, maybe you should rename it.
Track record is not good on those names.
Yeah, we approved a pizza place for that little house kind of next to Panini's that you never really noticed. It's a mess over there.
Is it a
And he
pizza
never,
place?
no, he never did anything with it, but, that was so long.
And what's the status on the car charger parking spots? Anything?
They withdrew their
They
application.
did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What, is it they didn't want a variance or?
All I can say is that I let them know what was needed for the BZA and the deadline, and they were quiet for a few days, and I reached out again, and then they came back a couple days later, said they decided the night before to withdraw.
Hmm.
They didn't say why.
I'm not
They
heartbroken.
didn't say why.
Okay. So what are the thoughts on the December meeting then?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Holiday season.
Push it off till
If we don't have a
January.
need,
Yeah, was there a motion to cancel it?
Well, can I ask a question?
Sure.
So the cutoff date is November 27th?
Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, let's just do it.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, is somebody really gonna, what is that, for next, day after Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Black Friday.
Day before.
And I
Day
don't
before,
think,
I don't know.
other than.
It's a Wednesday? Yeah. I guess it
Next
is.
27th is the day
You know it
before.
has to be,
Okay.
Is it? Okay.
right?
It's late, I know it's
You know-
super late this year.
Who's that?
Nobody you know of has to.
Yeah, it's
No,
Wednesday.
Not yet, that was the only one was,
Mark Deary, who's may
Well,
not.
Mark
know
Deary's
his
gonna have a
parking
problem.
plan, And then.
That's what I'm kind of referencing. I think
We sent him a notice, Jim. and
We're still looking through some paperwork on that other, on ortho, right?
So I gave him till Monday.
Yes.
Let's, that's why I kind of wanna, I feel bad for those ortho people. Let's just kind of push everything into next year, huh?
Okay, that sounds.
What do you think, Dave?
I agree.
I know you sent a letter, but.
I agree, Jim, I think so, because, like you said, Monday's the cutoff date for Mark Gary and his parking layout, and then he's going to court in a second. You know, so you waited long enough. I mean, Ruth here been playing around with this guy for 2 months, I think.
Well, since August, trying to get something, but you don't want to see it until January anyway, right?
I mean, I drove back there. It was funny. The 4 Hawaiian guy spots were full.
Yeah.
Most of the rest of the spots were empty, but
Yeah.
that back is a mess. Half of it's gravel. Yeah, I don't think it's big enough. I think that's what he's probably struggling with is I don't think he's got enough clearance to do really a proper parking area back there.
No, he doesn't, and that's one of the things he's gonna have to do is get a variance on, that's what I notified him for.
Okay.
He's gonna have to get a variance on the parking, and it's gonna be an issue too. You know, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm glad they put up the no parking on the fence. I mean, they just zip tied it up there, you know, but at least that was clear and if an ambulance or something needed to get
Yeah.
back there, it would. But it's better. It's not great, but.
I met with the fire marshal, we went down and talked to him and, agreeable, and he was gonna get everything done 1, 2, 3. It's going like they say, August.
Yeah.
Irritating.
Well, I just don't want it to come to head. That's why I think we just move this thing, so.
Yeah, that's gonna make a big difference.
Okay.
Do we want to pick a date?
No, I think we'll just do a regular.
Just do a
January
regular?
meeting. Yeah.
Okay.
So is there a motion to cancel the December meeting?
I move to cancel the December meeting.
I'll second.
Any further discussion or comments? Okay, roll call please.
James Blake.
Yes.
Mark Porter.
Yes.
Phyllis Marino.
Yes.
Elisa Buda.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
See, Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Any other new business, anything else we want to discuss? Anything good? Okay, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Ladies?
I moved.
Okay, okay, moved and seconded, all in favor? Aye. We're adjourned, thank you, everyone.
You guys are getting better and better.
Rick, I'm gonna leave this one big one.
I think it was just Bill wasn't here.
Yeah.
Probably.
Code.
You might be sad that December was canceled, but you.
No.
I didn't ask, I just.
No. Actually, you know,
in the
spring,
building
right,
code.
usually comes
No,
from-
it's not.
They see you tonight, I guess. I didn't, so.
I remember she said it was like that.
I saw her over the weekend.
Code.
I don't know what she. Yeah, we have some.